Hi, my name is Christina and I'm with Queer Centric Books, and I finally get to talk to you about Love Me Tenor by Annabeth Albert. I've had these fat, greedy fingers on them for quite a long time now, and I'm so excited to get to share this with you. Love Me Tenor is the second book in the Perfect Harmony series, and if you're like me, you've followed Annabeth for a while. You've kind of become like a friendly stalker to her, and I've pretty much read everything she's come out with. If you have too, then I'm sure you're with me, and one of your favorite couples of hers being Chris and Lance in Delivered Fast in the Portland Heat series. And I didn't think, like, out of everything that I read, that she would be able to beat Chris and Lance's the story, the chemistry, everything between the two, but she might have done it, and I'm so excited to share these boys with you. So without further ado, Love Me Tenor by Annabeth Albert. We met Trevor Daniels in Troublemaker, which is book one of the Perfect Harmony series, and he had a little cameo parts, and we got to see this shy young kid, and let me tell you, this is not Trevor Daniels at all. And I was extremely shocked when I got to finally learn a little bit more about him and what he likes and what he doesn't like. And it seems that Trevor has this thing for the straight guy. And he's a very self-deprecating man, and I just didn't realize that in the first one. It was such a shock to my system to learn that this is the Trevor that, we got to know in the first one. So when we meet Trevor in Love Me Tenor, he is graduating college. He was recently diagnosed with diabetes, and so when he found that out, he told his family about him being gay. And of course, them being the religious group of people that they are, they cut him off. You are no longer family. You are dead to us. So he's graduating college. He has no family, no job prospects, hardly any money. And then he gets a call from Dawn, who worked on the last show he was on, and wants him to come be part of this new show that she's recording up in Canada. And of course, he's like, fine, I have nothing going on. What do I have to lose? Well, he gets there, and here's the catch of the show. There's going to be 3 boy bands, and Trevor is going to be in the gay boy band that has 4 boys, 2 couples, okay? Trevor's not a commitment kind of guy. He has never been in a relationship. Once again, he likes the straight boys. So here he comes. He's sitting in the waiting room waiting for Dawn, and across from his is this very fine-looking young man in his wrestling shirt, shorts, and there's nothing discreet about the couple once-overs that Trevor gives this young man. And finally, Jalen calls him out on it, and Trevor's kind of embarrassed, but what are you going to do? Well, out walks Dawn and explains, Trevor, this is Jalen Smith, your new pretend boyfriend. And so it's like, this is perfect for the Trevor that now I'm learning about. And so they're going to be on this show. It's going to be filmed live. It's going to be basically on the internet all the time. And he has to pretend to be Jalen's boyfriend. They share a room together because they are boyfriends. They pretty much have to share this entire life together while they're filming because they are so in love with each other. And it's interesting to watch kind of the secrets unfold. I mean, Trevor goes into this. He doesn't tell anybody he has diabetes. He doesn't tell anybody about what's going on with his life. He just kind of wants to live it, pretend to be Jalen's boyfriend, and hopefully get some money in the end so he has some sort of security when he's finally back on his own. And so Annabeth does a fantastic job of writing this, putting it together. You get to hear Trevor's story and his heartbreak. And like I said, in the first book, he's this shy young kid, and then here you meet him, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh my gosh, Trevor, and you want to bring him in, and you want to hold him, and you want to love him, and provide him with the comfort that he needs. Jalen is a caretaker, and he likes to solve problems, and he grew up, for the most part, having 2 moms, so he is gay, and nobody thinks anything of it, and so he kind of has to, maneuver in this world of Trevor, where, Trevor grew up with a family that was just very anti-gay, very religious in their mind and everything, and he's had to be closeted his entire life, and then he finally comes out and he's just a hot mess. That's really all I can explain about Trevor. He is one big hot mess, and watching this hot mess just kind of get cooled and calmed and smoothed out was seriously the best ride that I think I've had in a really long time. The read was fantastic. Annabeth did a great job of taking these two different world characters and just kind of like smushing them together, and they have to live out this competition, and they have to figure each other out, what makes the other one like work, what's going to make this dynamic duo of a couple on this show just pop and jazz and sell that they are this romance, and that they have to get all these internet votes and, show to the world that, hey, we can make this happen, even though they have no idea who the other person is. And so it's funny, it's sad, it broke my heart so many times. Like, once we unraveled one thing about Trevor, there was something else and something else. And watching Jalen have to work through this was beautiful. It was breathtaking, it was fabulous. I adored everything about this. These two young men, the story is just heart-wrenching at times. The story made me tear up. I'm pretty sure my husband thought that I was insane for the amount of crying that I did at certain parts of this book. The story can be downright hilarious when certain things happen, and she just steals the show. I mean, Annabeth is such a fantastic writer, such a fantastic storyteller. And like I said, this couple is going to take over your heart, and you're just going to embrace them. You're going to give them hugs. You're going to love them. You're going to read this story over and over. There's just certain parts that I just can't get past, and I will flip to them and I will read. Love Me Tenor by Annabeth Albert. Miracle Shine Publishing comes out February 16th of 2016. I give this a definite 5-star review. Like, I think this is one of the best books she's ever written. This is one of the best couples I've seen in a very long time. And it definitely ranks up there. Like, Chris and Lance were my all-time favorite. They just had the thing going. But Trevor and Jalen, oh my gosh. Smoking hot scenes, trying to get to know each other when they really don't want to know each other, and neither of them knew the hook coming into this. So it's quite hysterical to watch him maneuver around with so many secrets that he has going on in his life and try to keep himself together, which, dumb, Trevor, come on now. So, once again, Love Me Tenor by Annabeth Albert, February 16th, 5 stars. Bye!